This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
We start tonight in storm alert. Severe storms are expected to develop tonight. Our Weather First team is tracking the potential for damaging winds, hail, and even tornadoes. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Thanks for joining us. The worst of it could come after you go to sleep tonight, so it's dangerous. You can scan the QR code at the bottom right of your screen to get weather updates 24/7. And we have team coverage tonight at 5. Tracy Hinson is in our storm tracker. But let's first go to meteorologist Jim Castillo for a look at how things are timing out.
Yeah, hi guys. So a tornado watch has just been issued for the entire St. Louis metropolitan area, including all of the viewing area, really. And that purple box you see there until midnight tonight. More tornado watches for western Missouri back into Oklahoma. So let's check that Weather First Doppler radar. And we're watching a really strong cell. Let me zoom into it here. Just now entering Gasconade County, and likely some hail with this. It is sub-severe at this point, but again, that tornado watch has already been issued. It is in effect right now, so we'll be watching these cells as they approach the Herman area and throughout Gasconade County. That's the only cell that we're really worried about right now. Otherwise, we have some showers up around Bowling Green and also really northern portions of the area, Greene County. And right now in the metro, we're looking good at this point. So later tonight, severe weather threat is mainly from now until midnight tonight, and damaging wind gusts, isolated tornadoes, and some of them could be strong tornadoes. And then some of the baseball to tennis ball size hail, that can't be ruled out either. Let's head over to Tracy Henson. I believe she's in Warren County and just checking on the situation there. Hey, Trace.
Hey, so we are along Interstate 70 here, and I actually have our top camera here pointed down towards that storm. This is in the direction of the storm that's about to come in through Herman. It's in Gasconade County right now, stronger storms. This is probably the most, kind of our darkest cloud formation that we've seen so far. We are out ahead of it, so we do have a little bit of rainfall here. You can see that on our windshield. So far, things are pretty light, but we do expect to monitor, especially those particular cells as they move through, and then we'll be tracking the storms with you throughout the night. In the Storm Tracker, I'm Tracy Hinson, 5 on your side.
And a reminder, you can get the latest forecast 24/7 by texting your word weather. The number is 314-425-5355.
Right now, police working to learn more about a shooting in Ballwin. Police say a man was shot in the chest this morning outside a home on Wild Forest Drive. The home is less than a mile from the Ballwin Golf Course. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer spoke today with the suspected shooter. She is live tonight outside of the Ballwin Police Department with what we know so far. Diamond.
Well, Mike, that suspected shooter was at home this afternoon and out of police custody. He told me that he acted out of, quote, self-defense because a man was inside of his truck in his driveway. And he says that man does not live there.
I think everybody around here is pretty shocked by all of this.
Crime scene tape is what neighbors woke up to Monday morning on Wild Forest Drive.
They're very, very nice people. It's a very quiet house, very quiet neighborhood.
Fear raced through Jennifer Kovzos's body when she heard gunfire from her neighbor's front yard. Her family moved to the neighborhood in Ballwin 1 year ago.
Thought it was a car backfiring or a firecracker, and then I heard the police come racing down the street, and I ran to the window and yelled to my husband, and he looked out and said there was someone laying on the ground.
Police confirm a man in his 30s was shot in his chest and taken to the hospital for treatment. And the suspected shooter who lived at the home was taken into custody.
When officers arrived on scene, we immediately proceeded to do life-saving measures.
Monday afternoon, the suspected shooter was out of police custody and said the man he shot did not live at the home. Instead, he was sleeping inside of the suspected shooter's black pickup truck. When he went to confront the person inside the car, that's when he says he was attacked and had to, quote, act out of self-defense. Kovzos says things could have been much different as she feared for her young children. She says they boarded their school bus just steps away from the home 10 minutes before the gunfire.
I was just terrified. I was glad they weren't standing down there. I couldn't get out of my head how that would have affected them if they would have seen that happen.
Now, police do tell us that one firearm was recovered from the scene, and tonight they also say the man who was shot is still in the hospital for his injuries. However, this investigation of the shooting remains open and active. Reporting live here in Ballwin, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
A 15-year-old Hazelwood East student accused of severely beating a classmate was in court today for the first time. Only the suspect and victim's family members were allowed in the courtroom, but our Christine Byers observed the hearing on a video feed. She is here to explain what is next in this case. Christine.
Kelly, the crime Mornice DeClue is accused of is so serious that it requires she have a certification hearing to determine whether she should be charged as an adult. Today, her attorney made sure that date got scheduled. The fight between Kaylee Gain and Mornice DeClue happened March 8th, about a mile away from Hazelwood East High School. Both of them go to school there. The video spread on social media, prompting politicians and activists to get involved. In their most recent statement, the Gain family says Kaylee has been moved out of the ICU, begun speech therapy, and has gone on a few short walks with hospital staff. Now, attorney Greg Smith is representing Mornice DeClue. He says false social media rumors about his client, some even amplified by Kaylee Gain's attorney, will not make it into the courtroom.
She's had no history with the juvenile court, none. She has been the victim of bullying, but there are other facts that we're going to save for court. And it's interesting I use the word facts, right? Because apparently in our society now, you can say something and just throw it out there and then maybe later on let the facts surface. Back here is where facts count. I'm confident of that.
In today's 15-minute hearing, juvenile officers asked for an additional 30 days to continue working on what's called a predisposition investigation report, which the judge granted. And both sides agreed to set DeClue's certification hearing for May 10th.
Thanks, Christine. Tomorrow is the municipal election here in Missouri. You can scan the QR code at the bottom right of your screen for a voter's guide. Voters will decide on 2 different propositions from the Metropolitan Sewer District. MSD crews are working to reduce sewage overflows in local waterways. A yes vote for Proposition W would give MSD the ability to sell bonds to pay for that work. That means customers would be paying less now, but more over time, like buying a house. Voting no means customers would pay more upfront in their monthly bills, but it would cost less in the long run.
What Proposition W is about, it's not a question of whether to do that work. The work has to be done. It's a question of how we're going to pay for the work.
Voters will also decide on Prop S. A yes vote would create the first St. Louis Regional Stormwater Improvement Fund. MSD says it would cost taxpayers an estimated $25 per year. A no vote means hundreds of miles of outdated sewers built before 1890 would remain. And we hope you'll check out our voter's guide for the election. To scan the QR code, once again at the bottom right of your screen, or text the word guide to 314-425-5355.